just start with just a quick round of introductions. You actually met the Curtis family for the first time here on Russell on the Move just a couple of weeks ago, but they were on West Coast time. Now they're on Eastern time, so welcome, family. Yeah,
Loving it.
yeah.
Loving
So,
it.
Papa C, Dr.
Yes.
Maestro Curtis,
Yes, sir.
good to see you. Why don't you start us off with just another word and have all the family introduce themselves once more.
Well, first of all, we just want to say, dear brother, we certainly appreciate reaching out to us and bringing us to the community so that we could share what it is that has been bestowed upon us, the responsibility. And we wear our responsibility with an honor. And with that, we're going to start with Mama. We have Mama C.
Hello.
And then we have the eldest of the bunch who just turned 22.
Hello. My name is O'Hara.
And then we have my boy. You know, everybody, this fathers are so proud to have their sons. You know what I mean? I love them all, but this is my dude right here.
Hello, my name's Niall.
He just turned 21 5 days ago. And then our middle child, we call her our flower hippie child. But yeah.
Hello, my name is Isis Curtis.
And then we have our baby. She was the baby for a while, and I still treat her like a baby. This is our left-handed guitarist, like in the tradition of Jimi Hendrix.
Hi, my name is Kiki.
And then we have the boss of the bunch. She bosses everybody around. The baby of the bunch, and she plays a whole lot of stuff.
Yo, my name is Phoenix.
Wow, that's powerful just to hear all of you guys introduce yourselves here in the city, and it's been that way all week. And I do want to start with a plug to our dear friend and colleague and my close associate and mentor, Senator Gerald Neal. We had a great meet and greet. He and Sister Kathy Cooksey Neal, his lovely wife, hosted us on Monday. And I thought that was a great moment to bring you guys to the city.
Wow.
And just the warmth and the fellowship that was shared was very special to all of us. And I'm saying that to you guys to say thank you on behalf of the Neal family. Senator Neal called me personally to say, man, you made my whole week with the Curtis family here. So thank you all. So let's talk about, we're here really to celebrate music, to celebrate the music of the Curtis family. So we want to talk about the music, its origins. And you've taught in the Family Arts Camp a whole history continuum of Black music, and which is now world music, because we have created music for the world. But talk a little bit about that, just from maybe encapsulate that history lesson once more for our community.
Well, the journey of our story goes back to ancient Greeks. And, at present, I'm the department head of Black Music Studies at the Community Music Center. And when I took on that job, I understood what my responsibility was, my stewardship. And that was to let the world know that all of music came from Black human beings. Some people might disagree with me, but when you go down that rabbit hole of music, including classical music, you find that there's some sources that were the teachers of all the greats, such as Bach, Beethoven, Mozart. And so within the context of that, when we bring it a little bit forward and we talk about responsibility, the Curtis family, we feel that it's responsible, that it's our responsibility to transmit music that is going to help, heal, that's going to enlighten people, that's going to bring joy, and that's going to do what I believe music was intended to do. And so with the music on our album, it encompasses all of the energy of everything that I've just talked about. And so, you know, I've been blessed to have played with some of the greatest and been in the presence of some of the greatest, including Maurice White of Earth, Wind & Fire, who produced one of my first records. And in connecting with him, there was a kindred spirit to continue to perpetuate the brilliance and the spiritual aspect of what our African ancestry has always been about, and what we as a people of the Americas who have had to recreate ourselves because everything was taken from us. But yet, in the recreation of ourselves, we have influenced the entire world, including Africa. Everyone's now, as you look at it, you probably can go down to the Pygmies and they got a boom box listening to KRS-One or some hip hop or Earth, Wind & Fire. So within the context of our album, we knew that we had to be responsible when we put this music out. And so anything that we do is going to have a positive message that we hope will impact our community and the world at large. So the songs that we have on this album, and we've been blessed that it's been submitted for Grammy consideration, actually by the former president of Northern California Grammy Academy.
Amen. That's wonderful. That's wonderful news. And it was a powerful statement you just made, but I want to kind of hang my hat on this concept of positive message. And your albums, your anthology, you've branded all of them under the concept of awaken. And I found some parallels with that concept, your awaken movement through the music. And then we talked with Mark last week here in the studio about Bararuga, the awakening. And could you just expound a little bit on what inspires you from that concept of being awakened?
I guess it stems from me being an empath and always being a community activist and looking at the world at large, and particularly our community. You know, Black folk, we are phenomenal. We've come up with our own language. We have transcended so many trials and tribulations through our belief and through our faith that has brought us through the biggest, the most treacherous, heinous of atrocities ever done to a people. And yet we rise, and yet we survive, and yet we thrive. And so awaken really stems from something that we just on the street would say, stay woke. You know, that's been co-opted. That's been bastardized. And we know who has done that, because when you take something that means something and you water it down and you give it a different definition, excuse me, and you repurpose it for something that it does not have its roots in, then you take it out of context. And so awaken is really out of stay woke.
Stay woke.
Yeah, awaken yourself to what's actually going on, to the truth.
And stay woke even when other folks say something's wrong with woke. So Mama C, I want to bring you into this because the anthology, the Awaken trilogy that you all have produced, first of all, we want to sell some of them records, right? So talk to us about the message behind the music and how to get that music and where to find it.
Well, you can find all of our music, the physical copies of our albums on our website, thecurtisfamilycnotes.com. And Awaken 1, Awaken 2, and Awaken 3 are available there. And our music is streaming on all platforms. But we would like everyone to purchase the physical albums because we make a lot more when you buy physical copies.
That's good to know. That is good to know. And you can find them online at what websites? Could you repeat that?
All of our social media platforms are at the Curtis Family C Notes. Again, that's on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. All of our handles are at the Curtis Family C Notes.
And maybe bring in some of our other members
Yes.
of the family
Yeah, come on
to
in,
talk
guys.
about the music. And maybe talk about it from the journey standpoint, from Awaken to Awaken 2 to Awaken 3. What was the growth process behind that?
Yes.
Okay, well, hi, this is Phoenix. I'd say for me, Awaken 1, I don't really have much memory of recording it because 8 or like maybe younger than that. But I remember Awaken 2, we had, I think, was our first actual release party it was for Awaken 2, right?
No,
No,
one.
Awaken 1.
Awaken 1, really?
Yeah, SF Standard sponsored
yeah,
it.
June 9th. It
I,
was on
I
Kiki's
swear that was
birthday.
Awaken 2. Oh my god.
It was literally on Kiki's birthday.
Yeah.
That was the first Awaken.
Wow. That was a long time ago. Yeah, but for Awaken 3, I will say it is my favorite out of all the albums, even though I love all of our creations, our work. But I say because it speaks a lot to who we are and what we're about as a family and as a collective.
Amen. Amen.
Hi, this is Zahara. To add on to that, I'd say for all of our albums, it really showed in order, like how we've evolved musically, but also just as a person, because I think, you know, when life happens, you know, maturity starts, and then that's also when, you know, the music can grow, given if you're practicing, and which we do. But Awaken 1, mainly because my dad, he played all the instruments and he wrote all the music, but he had it where he would lay down the track and then we would play over it, just so then he gave us the experience. And we're very blessed because we were able to grow and not necessarily follow like a strict structure of, you know, I guess how I'd say like maybe how other people do it or what it's supposed to be, quote unquote. We were able to learn, we're able to grow as a family musically, and really just kind of enjoy the process, which made, you know, the music so much more enjoyable. So Awaken 1 was mainly like my father, and then Awaken 2, we all started growing and putting more of our input. I know there's a song that ends the album, Better Together. It was a piece that I wrote. Awaken 3 was mainly everybody started writing and composing. And we're just, a lot of input was coming in from everybody, different perspectives, and that's kind of where you got this, you know, gumbo pot of just musical creativity and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I explain the process.
That's excellent. Thank you so much. Well, to our listeners, we want to certainly go out to the website and get your purchase get it on today. And while we're selling albums, we also want to sell tickets, because you have a chance to witness and experience the Curtis Family C Notes live at the Grand Area Theater beginning tomorrow. And to tease you a little bit, I'm gonna just go to this album, Awaken 3, which is, as Papa C said, is up for Grammy consideration. And you know, Brother Vince, we're just gonna claim it, right? We're gonna bring home at least one, maybe two of these Grammys, because I love the album, and I've had it on just constant repeat play ever since I've gotten it. And but I'm gonna buy me a copy because I did go out on Spotify, I must confess. I'm always listening while I'm on the road. But let's just sample a little bit of music, and I know you talked about your influences with Sly and the Family Stone, and maybe this first track, "People of the Everyday," can give our listeners a little taste of that.
Yes, what Lenny and everybody's singing on. A lot of Bay Area energy in this song.
Hey, look, Uncle Tomasi.
Lenny Williams.
The great one.
Gotta awaken, right?
That's it.
Yeah, people of it every day. So you said that's that Bay music vibe.
That's that Bay Area. That's the Bay Area funk.
Yeah, the Bay Area. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the message, because I know you're talking about the people and you're kind of calling us all out, right?
Right.
And so talk about the message behind that.
Well, the lyrics came to me, and I think Zahara. Who else inputted on this?
Zahara.
Yeah, Zahara. Zahara and I. She sat with me the whole time, all the way through every song, and even when I was engineering the preliminary aspects of it, you know, pre-production. And so that song, we lost Sly Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the memory of Sly, we wanted to keep that going because there were some things that happened in his life that was, you know, we didn't want his memory to just go away like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he wrote a song called Everyday People.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to combine his genius, his vision, and his message, you know, I'm everyday people, with the fact that, you know, the landscape of what we're going through today, that no one should be mistreated, no one should be marginalized. And so this song came about out of that whole movement, out of that whole thought process, was that people of the everyday is not only the tribute to Sly, but it's a call to order.
Mm-hmm.
It's a call to order. It's hey, it's part of the awakening process
That's right.
to let people know, hey, everybody on this planet deserves respect and kindness. And I always say respect is not earned. I don't know who made that one up. Everyone deserves respect.
Amen.
Trust is earned.
Man, that's my message.
Trust is earned.
Respect is to be granted.
That's it.
Trust is to be earned.
And so this song really encapsulates that whole love energy, because love has degrees. You have firm love. We know about that one from our parents. And then you have, even the scriptures talk about the three types of love: agape, philehos, and eros. And so that kind of sentiment has to be in our daily lives. It has to be the part of the human experience that we're supposed to be about, and not be selfish and not hoard things and not have the attitude that I'm gonna get mine before you get yours.
Yeah.
And so that's what this song comes out of. It's just really a tribute to Sly,
Tribute to
who
Sly.
gave the world a lot.
Yes.
A lot. I mean, when I signed with Earth, Wind, and Fire, the first thing Maurice White told me, he said, Sly Stone is the person that inspired him.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. That is so powerful. And again, just another powerful message coming from that song. And that's one of the things that really intrigues me as a leader and an educator and a student, always looking to be learning
Always.
and always looking to be inspired. And so your music is so inspirational. The message, I mean, it's education. And what you just gave us was just a great lesson to never forget, that we are people that we need to always honor and respect each
That's
other.
right.
And then my message behind that is if we all give respect, by proxy, we all receive it,
That's right.
So it's about give and take, right?
That's it. That's it.
So let's go to another track. This one I really, really love. Go ahead with the Vince. I love the video on this one too. We can all clap it up. Kind of churchy, right? That's that church rap.
That's it. I want you to speak on this.
Okay, good. It's cute.
High frequency, living with high frequency. That's a message in of itself. Hey, is Herbert over there? I want to get him in on this one because I'm inspired to say that this song kind of reminds me of Herbert Johnson, because known this guy for a good chunk of my life, and he's always had that high frequency vibe. Whenever he comes around, you're gonna go to another level, right? Spiritually speaking.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Herbert?
Oh, I think it's great, Kevin. I mean, spectrum. It's weak. Words can't explain the way I feel. I mean, this family is helped my family just with 1 week of passing through, right? So it's got to be a message. And I ain't heard all the album, but I heard these three tracks, man. I mean, I can't wait to get my hands on the tape or
The CD.
CD or whatever it is, and looking forward to it, man. It's gonna be in my collection.
Amen. Amen. So talk about the high frequency, because it's a vibe, it's a spirit,
Yeah.
and it's something I think we should all be striving toward, or maybe.
Let me set this up, because now I'm gonna let my wife take over. I don't want to hog. One time a preacher asked me, this is when I was literally going to seminary, right? Because there was delusions of grandeur of becoming a preacher at one time, right? So the preacher asked me what my last name was. I told him my last name was God. He said, what? That's blasphemy. I said, well, what's your son's last name? He said, well, his last name is Jenkins. I said, well, if God is the father, how come I can't have the last name God? And he said, you know, son, you got a point there. I'm just saying this in jest. But I was young. And so this is all about the God in all of us. Understanding our true power. Understanding that we need to live in high frequency. And whether you call that high frequency God frequency, or you call that high frequency, whatever it needs to be for you to operate on a higher level than you're already operating on, that's gonna transcend all the garbage, all the unkindness, all the things that lack spiritual joy and freedom. That's what this song is about.
Yeah. So Mama C, let's break this down a little further, because let's take it to an education standpoint. How do you achieve high frequency lifestyle? You know, what are the lifestyle messages that we want to communicate?
Oh, wow. Lifestyle messages. Well, everything starts in the mind. So a lot of times we externalize our power. We fail to look to ourselves and see the divine that is within us. And it's because we're so distracted. There are a lot of things that are vying for our attention. Billions of dollars, even trillions of dollars are spent to try to get our attention. That's how much our attention is worth that. So we have to maintain a vigilance. And a lot of people turn to prayer, meditation, because you have to center yourself and ground yourself in something powerful. So it's hard sometimes because you get frustrated or you'll get angry, and especially when we see the injustices in the world. And when the world has become desensitized to suffering that we've seen and suffering that we do not see, especially when we see it on our phones now, it's easy for us to feel helpless. And a lot of times we can wallow in that hopeless space because you then feel like you're so small, what can I do? And the greatest gift that you can give to others and people that you love is your own healing. And that's only when you can see the divine in yourself. Because us as parents, the greatest gift that we can give to our children is a healed version of ourselves.
That's right. Amen.
And they see our faults and they address them respectfully, which I'm so grateful for because we are a work in progress always. And whether you believe in God or not, I choose to believe in the divine energy and a God that is loving. And if a parent truly loves their offspring, they want them to be happy. And they want them to grow. And I honor my parents in my own growth because I know that I was loved. And if you may not have a parent, maybe it was a grandparent, maybe you didn't know your parents, you have to realize that you are a product of love.
Amen.
And then tapping into that, you start making different choices. I'm gonna make choices about what I pay attention to. I'm gonna make a choice on what I put inside of my mind, inside of my body. I'm going to choose to nurture my body truly. And that's what used to frustrate me at certain church events is, they would pray over the food, and I bless please bless this and for the nourishment of our bodies, but they're praying over junk food.
Garbage.
What you put into your mind and your body, that is going to come out. And some people might see us as strict, and we're not perfect. There are really good vegan treats that are not good for you, but they taste fantastic.
Far from perfect.
But something as basic as what you're putting into your body in terms of nourishment, it should actually be used to nourish your body. The things that you choose to pay attention to and what you read and what you consume on media, it should be meant to nourish your body. A lot of times, current events, they put it on a loop so then you can get lost in a cycle of hopelessness. Consume what you need to stay informed, but make a plan to do something about it. One of the seniors that we work with, we are so blessed to work with our elders in older adult choir programs, and they've been a part of our family and our children's upbringing. A woman that I love, Miss Maxine Anderson, when she hears me talking, like complaining about anything about the city or the government, she's like, okay, so what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna go to the town hall meeting that's scheduled for every Wednesday? Did you know that? Did you know that SFMTA meets every Tuesday evening? You should go and voice your concern about that. So what she taught me was that the cure to hopelessness is doing something about it.
Amen.
So I'm going to schedule, I'm going to be part of that Zoom meeting that's addressing the issue that keeps me up at night. You can't save the world, but you can do something. And then you can, whatever keeps you up, it makes you just so angry, you put a loving energy to try to heal that part. And if you save that one person, there's one of our favorite movies, it's called Holy Man. And Eddie Murphy, it's really one of our favorite movies.
You sure can preach.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, he talks about a little girl is seen on a beach where there are several starfish out of the ocean. And she's running frantically to try to just take every starfish and throw it back into the ocean. And somebody says, well, why are you doing that? You can't save them all. And they were like, well, if I just save one starfish, that's enough. And I've had people in my life that I know, they were like, if I could just help her, I would have done something good. And that is what I believe is the divine energy. And something fun like high frequency, the song, it helps you, any mantra that's attached to fun and high energy, you want to repeat it in your life. So I love that my husband composed it. And one of my favorite lines is actually a line that, the only line I wrote is the one I sing at Ocracies and Isms. And then he wrote trick bags to keep you scared. So a lot of times we align ourselves with things because we're excited about it, but then you have to also be aware that sometimes it keeps you in a box so you're scared, so you don't talk to anybody else. High frequency is all about being open to a divine energy within yourself and seeing it in other people. So, yeah, sorry, I went kind of long.
No, that's education. That's what we asked for. You
She
definitely
sure can preach, Kate.
You remind me of that war song, Deliver the Word. Deliver the word on that. Thank you so much. That's one of my favorite videos because you guys, when I see that choreography going on, starting with the church scene and then out on the bridge scene, it's just powerful.
Mama
Visually,
C
it's very,
choreographed that.
it's very powerful. So I'm gonna go to our third track because I wanna dedicate this one to my lovely wife.
Oh.
Who hope is listening. Sherry, I love you. And this is dedicated to you. Yeah, I like that.
That was Kiki's
You
guitar
faded on
solo.
the best part.
I did. Then we fade on the. Well, we're gonna get Kiki up
on the
here to talk
guitar.
about that.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that Niall and Zahara were lead singers on that. Love for
Yeah.
you guys to come up
We'll
and,
get y'all. Come on.
and witness to the people about that
Yeah.
experience and what that message means.
All right.
Oh, Niall.
So I guess we can start off with the message of the song. My mom, she's always wanted a philosophical love song, and my family and I were big Peebo Bryson fans. Well, admirers. Definitely early Peebo when he was yeah, in the early 70s when he was writing, you know.
He was doing the writing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When he would write philosophical love
Feel
songs.
the fire. And
Yeah, and also, well, just so many others that I can't think of right now, but we just loved how he just put love into a perspective of just a different perspective, and so we wanted to emulate that through Love with Open Eyes. And basically it talks about, you know, for me, I love love songs, but I've never really been a fan of the Love is Blind. Like, I understand it for a point, but then there gets to a point where, you know, you got to really see the person for who they are, and it's not just about just that person, but you're also bringing that person into like your family, your inner circle, someone that you are spending the rest of your life with, and that you actually want to connect in all aspects, and not just the blind part.
It's awareness.
Yeah, it's awareness of the person in their totality. And yeah, now you want to speak on it?
I said my word. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was really interesting because I don't usually sing lead a whole lot. I mean, I do, but it's like, it's a rare occurrence. Yeah, it was just one of those songs that I had to sing on because, you know, it just adds like I guess, good dynamic with, you know, me and my sister. And yeah.
It's a beautiful duet.
Yes,
It's a
thank you.
beautiful duet.
Yeah.
And Kiki, you had that guitar. Come up and talk about that, because I gotta say this too. When I watch the lives on Monday nights, I get a lot of inspiration. But there's one that I have watched repeatedly, and that's the one that's the Way of the World. And Kiki's guitar solo, and then Zahara comes in with the violin. I mean, that's powerful. So are you good?
Oh, Kiki. Yeah, come on, Kiki.
Alright. Hi.
Yeah,
What?
you're just talking about playing it, that's all.
It was fun.
It was
I
fun.
don't know what to say.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
But talk about the Best of Where the World piece, because you have that guitar solo just packed, it's perfect. And who was the original player on that? Was that
It was
That's Al McKay.
No,
Al McKay?
for
Is
that's
what
what
I thought. But I
Oh.
didn't
You know, it
know.
might have been
Oh,
Johnny
sorry, I
Graham.
thought they were still talking about
No, I think it was Al.
I think it's Al on
Yeah.
that one, yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay, baby.
Yeah, no, you're doing great. You're doing great.
Um,
We're gonna hear from everybody, because I'm gonna come to Isis in a moment to talk about the rhythm of the group, the drummer. She keeps everybody in step, and I noticed that she's the one that starts all the songs. And I guess that's the role of the drummer, right? Get the beat
Yes,
off.
sir.
No, it's your homeboy.
Johnny Graham.
It's Johnny Graham.
Is Johnny Graham, is
It's
it?
Johnny Graham.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sure. He's from right here.
Is he?
Yeah, someone told me when we were at the senator's house. that
Bill
Johnny-
Price is over there. Bill, what do you say?
Oh, that's so
The legendary Mr. Bill Price is in the studio, folks. Yeah,
Hi, Mr. Price.
yeah, the voice
Hello.
of Louisville. I listened to this guy on the radio when I was in high school. He's been
Wow.
on radio for that long.
Good morning, Mr.
Oh, and he
Price.
looks fantastic. Look at him.
Listen, I don't know if you can hear me, but you guys are awesome. On my way in to work, I usually do something else. All I could do is stay in my car because I didn't want to take a chance to pick up some food and miss a minute of the conversation. You're
Oh,
great, and I encourage the whole community to come out for the final portion of your stay here in Louisville. And I salute Kevin for the genius when he told me about the group and sent me music to listen to. I'm hooked. So
oh,
congratulations to you. And I know I'm witnessing an evolution in music, and it's all because of you, the head of the family, and the mom doing outstanding work. So we salute you, and thanks for being here.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
We're honored.
so
Thank
much.
you.
So, Isis, thank you so much. You know, you breathed a lot of life into that visit over the senator's house. He's still talking about it. He's still talking about it. And so I've never seen too many people go toe to toe with Gerald Neal the way you did. So that was great.
It was amazing. That was one of the best experiences to have at a what would I call it, at a party like that.
Mhm.
It was amazing. And shout out to Senator Neal. we have to see each other again. We have some more things to talk about.
You're gonna keep him on his toes.
Yes, sir. Yes, I am.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So talk about what it's like being the drummer for this family.
Well, being the drummer of his family. It really is an experience. I'd say it's really an experience because it really did. Let me think. That's a great question. That's a really good question. It's really an amazing experience to be able to.
You're
play
like the
with my
master
family.
timekeeper. You keep everybody in time, right? In rhythm and in time.
I try my best. But it really is an amazing experience to be able to play with my family and to be able to connect with my brother on a spiritual level when we play together.
Because he's on bass, right?
Yeah, because my brother is on bass. We have to lock. That's very important in a band, that you have to lock with. As a drummer and a bass player, you have to lock. And to be able to connect with my brother like that when we're having fun on stage or in practice, that's really one of my favorite moments.
Excellent, excellent. So you guys are phenomenal, and I do understand we do have a caller on the line. We'll give our caller a moment. Caller, give us your name, and I don't want to guess. Is it Frank Anderson? Brother Frank.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Brother Frank?
Good morning, good morning. I'm elated again. I got to meet the C family in person yesterday. And I'd
Yes.
just like to say to the community, excuse me, they are here in Louisville, and this is a historical event. Because if you know the history of the Grand and the lyrics, back during the days, the heydays, that's when we had local talent coming and performing right there live on stage. So this is a re-insurgence of what can be happening now here in Louisville, Kentucky. And we had, so the historical moment now is the C family is the first time to come back at our day in time to bring the Grand and the lyric back to its heyday. So thank you very much, C family, for being part of history here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I am so elated again, and not only in history of the Grand and the lyric theater, but also as a family.
Amen.
As a family, which we don't have that happening nowadays. As a family, traveling around the country, bringing that back to the black community. So thank you again. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Brother Frank. You're going to save some of that speech for tonight because you got something to do tonight. So thank you so much. Wonderful, wonderful. Brother Vince, I know you got a word.
Oh, yeah, I'm just having a ball, meeting with family, spoke with them on the phone, but seeing them live and in person, is amazing. You guys are awesome. I'm just teasing very much playing drum.
Excuse me? Could you repeat that one more time? Oh, yeah, I can. Yes, I can.
Well, we want to use this last 4 or 5 minutes to sell tickets. So let's do that, right? Who wants to tell our community
Go ahead, Tom.
what they will get through the experience in coming to the Grand Lyric? We've got 3 concerts that you can be a part of. Friday evening at 8 p.m., a Saturday matinee at 4 p.m., and then another Saturday closeout concert at 8 p.m. That's Friday, August 21, Saturday, August 22nd. And we know there's a lot of things going on. You've got options for what you want to do with your time and you know how you get your entertainment and fellowship. But we know that this is a very unique experience that we're offering that you may not ever get a chance to see again. Who knows? But then again, we're praying because part of our mission here is to convince this family that this is a special community. And we're right with the Curtis family. We're gonna pray over that one and we'll see what happens. But tell our community what they can expect from the C Notes, Curtis family C Notes, during this concert series.
What to expect? I would say an experience. We've been told that we are probably the most unique thing out there right now, and if that's the case, come see the uniqueness of a band with mom and dad and children.
And we
Doesn't-
all play
and
instruments, multiple
everyone plays
instruments.
everyone plays by ear and reads music.
We all sing lead, we rotate lead.
Yeah, and I believe you'll see what we're about, our strength as a family, because there's strength in numbers. Yes, something else to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think what shocks people is everyone's musicianship. Because, people often will say, oh, family band, that's cute. But then they hear them play. They hear Isis get down on them drums. And the way Niall gets down on the bass, everyone getting down on their instruments. And then everybody sang. Like, it's not just sing, we sang. So I think that is what trips people out the most. And we're so grateful because our skills would not be where they would be if it wasn't for my husband, for Papa C. He has extensive music education, but not only formally, but in being out on the road, not only in the gospel, the Chitlin circuit, but on the R&B circuit, the classical circuit, the jazz circuit. And he's taken all of that knowledge and he's given it to all of us. And so when you hear the amazing skill level, that is a direct line from my husband. I mean, I got my genetics in there too, everybody.
Yeah,
I gave it a little bit, but really, I always like to say that Papa C is our star in our galaxy. And musically, and it's always been because he has such high standards, and it's been because it's been about the music. It's been about a high standard of living the music.
Amen. Who wants to add to that?
I'll add to it.
Yay,
You also get to experience, well, we are the products of the golden age of music. And we like to say it would be early 60s to some of the 80s. I like to add the 50s there because I love the 50s as well. A lot of people, they question like why we do, older music. And it's because there's so much to learn and there's so much value in our history. No one else questions other ethnicities, their history and their culture of music but ours. And so we need to own it just like everybody else.
Amen.
Zahara.
Thank you, Zahara.
Yes.
And so you've got a few parting gifts. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we want to bestow on the three of you
All of these.
Awaken
1, 2, and
Awaken
3.
1, 2,
We've
and
signed
3.
them.
Maybe
We've
we
signed them
can
all.
give them to the station to. Okay, Brother Vince said he's gonna take care of that. So,
Awesome.
all right.
So
So I think a few giveaways, Vince. We got a few we can give away. Thank you.
and did we bring more giveaway?
No, these are everything, darling.
And
Yes. I want to make sure Mr. Price gets at least an Awaken 3.
All right.
Yeah. Darling, you're about
Well,
to.
folks, that is our time on today's Russell on the Move. We did forego our break because it's a historic moment as we await the awakening and the opening of the Grand Lyric Theater this weekend, this Friday. Our first concert's at 8 p.m. The 2 concerts on Saturday. You can go online to lcccnews.org to get information. You can also go to the curtisfamilycnotes.com website to get information about tickets, and you can actually make those purchases online. You have options to do a will call and to pay at the door as well. Ticket prices begin at $45. And you have a chance to order them today because as of tomorrow, prices do go up. So please come and check us out. That's our show for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will be next week. We'll be back next week, same time. Until then, be safe and God bless you. All right, thank you all. It was wonderful.
Thank you, Dr. Gill.
Thank you.
Dr. Fields, I didn't know you were such a romantic dedication.
I
How
know.
long have you guys been together?
We've been together 50 years. We've been married 42 of those years.
Wow.
You'll get a chance to meet her tonight.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, that's fantastic. Oopsie, I forgot to end the live. Wait. No, don't end it.
I don't want to end it.
Yeah,
I'm
keep
a-
it up. Bye.
Take your bottles out.
Bye.
Wait, can I have
Uncle Tomasi. I don't know if he's still here. Oh, there's 52 people here.
I saw Sir General there. Mike the Messenger there.
42.
Hi, Uncle. Hi, Tomasi. Wait, something's up. Oh, retouch is on. I hate that. Yeah. Okay, good. Now retouch is off. Because it makes everyone look like animated or something. It's better.
Wait, can I zoom in?
Here, let's take them out. They can see the outside of Louisville.
Sorry.
Cairo.
Okay,